Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watchbox, and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch and you think you might want to buy it, email tmosso@thewatchbox.com, the new direct service line for you to me and my crew with your purchase-specific questions about this or any watch you see on Watchbox Reviews. And today we're discussing the 2017 model year Girard-Perregaux Laureato 38 in stainless steel. 38 millimeters in stainless steel. If you love yourself some 39 millimeter Audemars Piguet Royal Oak, this is going to be right up your alley. A timepiece that's 38 millimeters in diameter, 10 millimeters thick, and from lug to lug, 44.3 millimeters, 47.1 if you include the end links of the bracelet. So a very wearable watch that I can recommend for a 13.5 centimeter circumference wrist, and really for an automatic 100-meter water-resistant watch, 10 millimeters is exceptionally thin, so it easily fits underneath any dress cuff. The bracelet, as with the first Laureato of 1975, which bowed one full year before the Nautilus, it incorporates an integration of case, lug, and bracelet. As you can see, one flows into the form of the other, highly integrated. There is a hairline bevel along the case that continues unbroken along the flanking shoulders of the links. The primary links, satin finished on their tops, and the intermediate links nicely polished for contrast. You can see satin finish on the flank, and removable links are fixed with screws. There are half links built into the bracelet for precise sizing. There's a double deployant clasp, so double folding, a little bit friendlier to a small wrist than a single fold because it's less likely to pinch, and then a twin trigger release system, so this one can't accidentally pop open. The case band is thin and longitudinally satin finish with a little bit of a downward kick on both sides, so the watch arcs around the wrist, improving its ergonomics. One of the key differences between the Laureato and, well, all the other luxury sports watches is that unlike an Aquanaut, a Nautilus, or a Royal Oak, or for that matter, an Overseas, the bezel itself is a mechanical and structural component that's designed to ensure the hermeticity or water resistance of the watch. You can see there is a mechanical angular interface for this bezel that interlocks with a tool and allows it to be turned off, opening or closing. So this is a functional component of the water resistance scheme, and thus it has a more purposeful presence on the dial than a bezel on the other competing luxury sports watches. Screw down crown. You can see a GP logo with a faceted outer flank, reminding you that that is a signature of the Laureato design. You can see it has a facet that matches that of the bezel. The bezel with polish on its flanks and satin on its top. And then there is a hobnail pyramide. This is not quite what you see on the tapisserie or Grand Tapisserie of a Audemars Piguet Royal Oak, as those are hobnails, whereas these come to a point. These are little pyramids in a silver satin finish. There's a raised minutes track outboard for reading seconds and minutes, and then all applique, rhodium-plated, high-polished stainless steel indices and GP logo. You can see there's a monotone matching silver date disc, and the watch features two subsidiary setting modes, one of which is hacking seconds or stop seconds, and the other of which is a quick set date mechanism. Of course, the watch, 100 meters water resistant, is a full swimmable sports timepiece, and it's nice and slender despite that water resistance thanks to a Girard-Perregaux manufactured caliber 3300. This is one of the ultra-thin Hydrology movements that's generally considered to be a rival of high-end thin automatics from the 80s and 90s like the Breguet 8810, the Jaeger-LeCoultre 889, the Zenith Elite, and this is right in amongst them for status and stature. Automatic winding, 28 beat rate, stop seconds, quick set date, 27 joules, the 46-hour power reserve, and as you can see, it's nicely made with blued screws, a large engine turned perlage on the base plate. You can see circular Cote de Genève on the rotor and longitudinal or linear Cote de Genève on the bridges themselves, and it's nicely executed. Principally machine finished in its execution, but it's handsomely machine finished, and not all machine executed movements look this good. It is a thin, fine, and very accurate high horology caliber, and one in which Girard-Perregaux owners can be justifiably proud. This is a timepiece that is manna from heaven for traditionalists. Again, if you like the 39 millimeter Royal Oak but you don't like its price, this is a true period peer from the era of the Royal Oak, the Jumbo Ingenieur, the original Nautilus, the Vacheron 222, and the Rolex Oyster Quartz. This watch hails from that same period, so it's not one of the Johnny-come-latelys that have popped in the recent years. Chopard Alpine Eagle. This is a timepiece that has real integrity about its heritage and its design. See it and make it yours. Email tmosso@thewatchbox.com. Girard-Perregaux Laureato, plenty of lume.